the beast, Eddie Hall. You don't need me to tell you that he's a heavyweight.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only. And there's the bell to start the round. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. That hook won't score. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Quick punch scores. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. He misses with that jab.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Continues to touch him up. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Punch count. Stumbling around in potholes. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. He is down big time. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
A swing and a miss with that jab. That jab doesn't score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQs. Counter punches are the best.
Beautiful counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. What would... They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That one will count.
Don't worry about it, that's nothing.
This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
They miss with the jab. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. And we may see an early stoppage here. Takes a step back, recalibrates himself, and goes right after him again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores. What a massive upset this would be. How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little.
Where was the defense? He settled back in, but needs to play some defense.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Gonna try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little dip. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. As bad as... And there's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Couldn't land that jab. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Pretty close fight here in this round. These two fighters are made for one another.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
And once again, he gets clinched.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Well, they ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if he can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A swing and a miss with that jab. The jab slightly off target. Continues to touch him up. He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. And he just misses with that jab. Ooh, a stiff jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. From this moment forward, he can... And there's the bell to start the round. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? That counter shot lands. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Just misses with that jab. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And he did catch him. He caught him. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Hook misses. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. That counter punch caught him clean. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Let's talk about Eddie Hall on that. They ring the bell, and here we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Has to be careful. At some point, the corner has to say you're done. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more, try some stick and move. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Why weren't they covering up? Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Let's talk about Eddie Hall on that last. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hurt somebody. He's got to bluff him.
What a punch. continues to touch him up. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
He's got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Good counter punching. Can't find a home for that jab. That punch lands. Why weren't they more cautious? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead he's in there throwing bombs again.
What?
Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right here.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. You know that bell. And there's the bell to start the round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice counter. Can't land that jab. Caution being thrown to the wind. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he misses with that jab. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Swing and a miss with the hook. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab won't score. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Lucky that hook didn't. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. A pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A totally change of styles to make sure they got it. Add every